I think oftentimes when people hear me and see me, they think that I'm a fool. They think that somehow or another I've lost my mind, that I'm not down with the in crowd. They've said that nobody would love me and that I'm an outcast. But let me say this here now. We can be clear about anything. Please let me be clear about this. And I pray that it's received and understood. I don't want to be one of you. I don't want to be one of you weak men, weak people.
For my brother,
I'd rather die. Death is welcome rather than to call myself you spineless black men.
Side high, I ain't your traditional. Rapper smoking medicinal, stayed in detention. Life is all about principles, cynical ass niggas. Sorry that I offended you. I bring something different while niggas sounding identical. I'd rather drown in a swimming pool than to let you imbecile stop me from topping my pinnacle. Try me blocked by the genitals. Trust me, it's not intentional. It's a difference between a gangster and a criminal. Cause real gangsters can't do Breakfast Club interviews. A lot of you niggas don't own a business suit. A slave for every pair of Michael Jordan tennis shoe. But anywho, got your bitch walk around like she winning pool with no bottoms on, just the top of her swimming suit. What you gon' say when the niggas gon' try to get at you? Them in what army, or you just talking in general? Cause in the end, we all gon' die like them Seminoles, nigga. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up. These niggas weak. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up. These niggas weak.
When I look at the sorry state of black men in America today, the destruction of the family, the loss of integrity. When as a young boy, black shot down every day for years without stopping, when I look at what we are as black people, I'd rather be dead than to continue to live against such.
Y'all ain't trying to start a revolution. Y'all looking for a restitution. Niggas kill each other every day and ain't no evolution. My partner shot 100 niggas and it was never proven. We just labeled him a gangster and kept it moving. Let me give you the same outcome, separate shooting. A white man kill a black, we holler persecution. So instead of looting, it's time to find some better schooling. You can act like y'all don't understand when I'm elocuting. Did I stutter? I was never Ruben. Y'all ain't no Black Panthers. You wasn't there with Newton. You ain't Martin Martin. Try to better humans. Instead of all these rappers, we need some better students. It's time to rebuild the neighborhoods that we helped to ruin. And the NAACP, y'all need some help recruiting. Fuck a resolution. Let's get some retribution. I feel like Malcolm X when he left the movement. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up. These niggas weak. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up. These niggas weak. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, I said it, nigga. All you niggas laying up with these bitches with no condoms and shit. Having mistake babies and shit, leaving these women to motherfucking raise your kids by their motherfucking self. Yeah, my nigga, I said it. You don't like what's going on in the motherfucking America? Leave this motherfucker. When they said we were free, my nigga, that mean we were free to go back where the fuck we came from, my nigga. Yeah, it's a whole motherfucking continent that belong to us, nigga. It's called Africa, motherfucker. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all ain't trying to start no revolution. Y'all motherfuckers spent 10 bands on the motherfucking section in the motherfucking club. 10 bands to build a whole motherfucking neighborhood in Nigeria, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Chama Mboka, Alafia. It's the one and only, the most hated person in the subconscious community. Sean P in the place to be. Please like the show, share the show, tell a friend that we're live. It's all about knowledge and truth over here on the Kofi Pie Side Research Team. If you didn't tap into the show earlier, man, please make sure that you go and actually watch Kofi's build, Where's the Love? It's an informative build, and I'm going to continue to stress that because I don't do no fake love. I love Kofi. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? And everything that he try to do it in good faith and good gesture, whether it's received by people as such. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. However, make sure y'all go over there and y'all tap into that. But right now we on something else. We talking about the God of the gun. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the God of the gun. All day long. Some people fear that word God. They fear it. They hear God and they run. So in order for us to get into what we really want to get into, man, we got to talk about it. We got to keep it a little bit of African, and then we got to keep it a little bit of scientific, and we got to keep it a little bit of, historical narrative. We got to keep it all that, all of that. That's the Africanness in us. It's our genius. So we got to let that out. We got to let our geniuses out. So I got a little treat for everybody, you know what I'm saying? I want to deal with it in a way that kind of ruffle a little bit of feathers. It wouldn't be right if I didn't have a little controversy. So we're talking about the God of the gun. Now go get your killers, and I'm going to get this strap. What up, Lamar? Was good? What up, 9x9? Mansa was good. Happy was good. Pure. What it do? What it do? I don't know if anybody else live. Really don't even care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting a large crowd. It ain't my thing. If I was to get controversial right now, I know I can light it up. But we finna have a little fun right now. You a God killer? Come get this strap. You can't kill a God without a gun. Think about that. Ha ha. What up, Zane? Now that ain't toward anybody in particular. I'm just saying in general. I'm having fun right now. And we're gonna make it happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and I want to get into my little bill real quick. See, y'all really think y'all know where I'm going with this particular bill because we ended the other show talking about straps. But we finna get directly into that. But first up on the board, I want to go ahead and single page, no thumbnail. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Yeah, I should be able to see the screen real good. If not, I zoomed in one more time to make sure y'all can see this screen real good. Yeah, we calling all shooters to the chat. If you are a gun owner or not, come to the chat. If you like to go target practice, come to the chat. If you shoot at stop signs, pellet guns, and BBs, come to the chat. Like the show, share the show. Now, iron smelting was a very hazardous occupation involving the use of dangerously high heats. Partly for this reason, no doubt, Yoruba people always located iron smelting centers at a considerable distance from human habitation, at a place in the forest where the iron-bearing type of rock clay was available. The smelting equipment consisted of the furnaces for producing the high heat and the kilns for holding the supply of clay over the heat. The smelting process involved heating the clay until the iron bloom formed and was separated from the rest of the slag. This was cooled and then sold as iron ingots to blacksmiths who would use it to fabricate tools. Iron blades for machetes, hoes, knives, axes, arrows, spears, as well as household utensils. See, early Yoruba people co-signed iron smelting and the fabrication of the use of iron tools to the patronage of one of the most senior deities, the god later known as Ogun, who was from an earlier times worshipped the patron god of all working folk, probably in the earlier times with the name of Akintoye, meaning roughly owner of a wilder, of the arms of all working people of the world. The iron smelting centers was a shrine of this deity with all the adornment and paraphernalia of the shrine, and nobody was not an initiate was allowed to come near it. The blacksmith's workshop was located close to the village, and sometimes inside the village, the villagers could come there to buy or repair tools. But it too was a shrine, and like the smelting center was a place of frequent sacrifices to the patron god Ogun. Even people who only used iron tools in the daily occupation, farmers, hunters, woodworkers, sculptors, and so on, were supposed to offer sacrifices to Ogun. So highly did the Yoruba people esteem iron as factor in their lives. I'm finna let you in, Sutek. Hold on, my bad. Let me get Sutek in the building real quick, y'all.
Nah, I'm already in.
Are you already in the jump? Okay, my bad. Okay, cool. All right, we back to it. All right. So after the discovery of the crop and the animal domestication that is agriculture, the discovery of iron was the greatest step taken by early humans in West Africa in the path of civilization. As material for tools, iron commands enormous superiority over stone. Iron-bearing clays are not as commonly available as stone, but they are sufficiently available in many places. Iron is much harder than stone. Unlike stone, it can be molded or beaten into various shapes, and iron tools can, as desired, be made very sharp. The knowledge of iron came in particular fortunate era in the Yoruba history, coinciding as it did with the growth of the Elu pattern of settlement. In practically all parts of Yoruba land, the traditions and folklore and legends seem all agreed that for each settlement greatly increased security and peace was a major benefit of the living in the Elu. By and large, an Elu was a heaven of security, peace, and stability in its villages. Consequently, the Elu settings was especially suited and ready to derive great advantages from iron when it was discovered. In Yoruba land, then, the immediate impact was the improvement of the farming tools and methods. Iron tools gradually took the place of tools made of stone, bone, and wood. The iron-bladed cutlass or machete for cutting vegetation and the iron-bladed hoe for tilling and digging. Fabricated, we may suppose, only crudely at first, improved over time, making it possible for each farmer to clear the cultivated large farms and farmers of each earlier times who had to use stone tools. The areas opened up as farmlands pushed the primal forest further and further back, probably quite early. Yoruba farmers lent the experience or the wisdom of leaving every piece of farmland fallow periodically. That knowledge became an important asset of the management of soil fertility. As production increased, farmers evolved methods of storing and protecting harvest crops. Now I'm getting a little bit off, so I'm gonna skip a little bit here to get back on this iron because they talking about farming right now. So the coming of iron and consequently the general improvement in tools and skills and in people's management of their natural environment also resulted over time improvement in the dwellings in which they live. So gradually, we suppose people learn to build stronger and better houses, ultimately with mud walls and thatch roofs made of selected durable wood, ropes, and fronds. At some high point in improvement in the building of houses, Yoruba people turned their skills over to erecting buildings, which kept each extended family group of lineage together under the same roof, a logical outcome of the way of life and their group psychology, which had evolved over many centuries. So y'all know how this is going. You know what we're evolving into, right? Y'all know what we're evolving into, right? Y'all don't know? Let's go there. I'm going to come back. So we get into metallurgy, iron working, right? Iron making or metallurgy is the science of properties. I'm gonna be scientific here. Of the art of extracting metals from ores. Broadly speaking, iron making is the art of refining metals and adapting them to use. One of the oldest arts, metallurgy, or iron making gave rise to the steel industry that today is the spine of our civilization, our being a Yoruba. Hence, such moving masses of metal in the automobile, ships, craft, railroads, and almost everything in today's world depends on metal, from tools and machines to construction and manufacturing. Iron making is the occupation of those referred to as alagadebede, blacksmith or iron smelting. Smelting is carried out in the work site called Ibu, which is usually constructed not too far from where people live. Smelters go through the rigor of collecting iron ore called okuru, washing the ore, and burning trees for the charcoal. The Yoruba associate all iron implements with Ogun, the god of war, metal, and iron. Therefore, occupation and industry making use of iron are indebted to him. In this sense, iron or iron tools are the universal symbols of Ogun, who is acknowledged in the indigenous beliefs as the most indispensable deity. Many scholars have assigned dates to the discovery of iron making technology and placed a premium of idea of deification popular among the West African people. The Yoruba deified Ogun as a cultural hero. Some scholars believe that the concept of Ogun probably arose from certain sacred rituals in the process of iron making. Thus, the discovery of iron and its attendant ideology led to the deification of Ogun as a deity or divine being. Yet there are those who believe that Ogun as a deity among the Yoruba should be traced to the 16th century because objects made of iron were in good supply at that time. But all these dates, is accepted, would destroy the religious and the mythological basis for the worship of Ogun as a god whose origin the Yoruba believe is traceable to the creation of the universe. Hence, they hold him as a primordial being, existing from the beginning of time, contrary to the suggestion that iron making precedes Ogun as a deity. The Yoruba, especially the devotees of Ogun, had tenaciously to believe that Ogun was the inventor of iron or the divine smith. Yeah, Panther, I see you in here trying to sneak in here on this knowledge. Don't try to bring your little, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't try to bring your stripes out on me right now. The sense that the origin of ironwork should not be dated is considered by non-Africans, especially European anthropologists and archaeologists, as preposterous and unacceptable. These researchers fail to see any connection between the material and the spiritual. They do not believe in the primordial history that sources its material from mythology. However, it's noteworthy that these anthropologists and archaeologists are in conflict regarding the dates of the origins of iron technology. Some contend that ironwork and technology originated in Africa and that the Europeans borrowed it from Africa. Other researchers suggest that it was imported to Africa from the Middle East. The Yoruba do not have a materialistic conception of the universe. There is a hollow separation between the spiritual and material. For the universal life force or spirit exists that unites all that there is. I ain't gonna get too far right there. I'm gonna go right here back to iron making is the function of Ogun. It's demonstration between spirit and matter. As a primordial being, Ogun is believed to have been the first to discover and work the iron and the first to have fashioned such tools as the shaft hammers, billets, adzes, and tongs, and to make implements of war as a sword, knives, cutlasses, and iron tips and arrows. I'm not gonna get into Ugunde Meiji. I mean, we got Panther in the chat. You can get into this Odu if you want to. See, for those of you who don't study Yoruba culture, you don't know that this is an actual Odu, right? So we got the Odu in the building, and we got Panther in the building, who is very familiar with this particular Odu as Panther is. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Panther, but I know I'm spot on with this. But you are Ogun head, yeah. You Mr. Red and White. Uh-huh. Now, the devotees of Ogun rely on this excerpt to support the claim that ironworking started with Ogun, who is variously described as the god of war, the god of iron, the patron of smiths, and so on. For this reason, also, all smiths are believed to imitate Ogun by participating in this art, whereby the artistic and the spiritual come together. The Yoruba believe that metals possess the certain benevolent and malevolent powers depending on how they are handled and which rituals associated with iron making are observed. That is why people often lick iron or drink water in which certain metals are submerged as a form of an oath. Whoever swears falsely by a metal will incur the wrath of Ogun, for Ogun resides in the metal, and bring upon him or herself some imprecations. See, I know you're an Ogun priest, man. I ain't put all your business out there. God, leave, man. Tell the whole world. Now, why are we here today? We're gonna further this thing up, and then I'm gonna get into the crevice of it all. So the God checker, right? I wanted to go on the God checker and play around a little bit and see what the God checker actually said, even though we don't even really need the God checker. We already got all the work on this. However, the hunting god of lethal metal work. They call him the Yoruba weaponry god. The god of the gun. One of the Orishas, he is an ancient hunting deity, specializes in weapons of iron, spears, knives, blades, and presumably nowadays guns and missiles. His powerful spirit lives inside metal and bestows his strength upon it. He also deals with justice and oaths. In common to invoke his name in an oath, but you would need to touch a piece of metal while doing so, preferably something weapon related, such as the business end of a spear or nuclear warhead. If you treat Ogun with respect, he'll be trustworthy and protective. So don't leave your tools out in the rain. Yeah. Let's go a little bit further. So I don't know if Panther got this book, but I got the book. Africans, Ogun, Old World, New World, right? You know how we like to keep it. We're going to keep this thing all the way. Teaching moments, right? Have a little fun with it in the process. So I'm going to skip down a little bit and not give you full context, but this is African Ogun, Old World, New World by Sandra Barnes. All right. So down here, she talks about iron implements are a symbol of Ogun's worldly accomplishments, whether those accomplishments are destructive or productive, whether they involve the iron cutlass, arrows, and guns or of warfare, automobiles, motorcycles, blades, and circumcision. What's used in circumcision? The holes of the farming or the adzes and the knives of the carving. Iron implements and Ogun get things done quickly and forcibly. That is the nature of their power. Thus, while iron implements carried by the medium symbolize Ogun's nature and his dynamic potential, the left hand, which wields them, speaks of his ability to penetrate the phenomenal world, allowing devotees to tap his force. I just wanted to bring that out, you know what I'm saying, because that's part of that book. So, let's have some fun. How do guns work? A little science. Physics here, ladies and gentlemen, physics. A gun is a weapon that uses the force of an explosive propellant to project a missile. Guns or firearms are classified by the diameter of the barrel opening. This is known as the caliber of the gun. Anything with a caliber up to or including 60 caliber or 0.6 inches is known as a firearm. The precise origin of the gun is unknown. Although they were in use by the early 14th century and were commonplace in Europe by mid-century, these early guns were nothing more than larger caliber cylinders of wrought iron or cast bronze, closed at one end and loaded by placing gunpowder or projectile in the muzzle or open end. Nowadays, firearms are a little bit more sophisticated. However, the physics behind all guns remain the same, as I have highlighted. Weapons such as cannon, shotguns, and rifles work on the basic idea of conversational momentum and the change in energy from potential to kinetic. When the trigger is pulled, the hammer hits the firing pin. The fire pin then hits the primer, which causes the powder to burn, hence producing lots of gases. This causes the volume behind the bullet to fill with extremely high pressure gas. The gas pushes on every surface it encounters, including the bullet in front of it and the base of the gun barrel behind it. The increase in pressure caused by the gases causes the bullet to be forced into the barrel, hence causing the bullet to come out of the muzzle at very high speeds. Once the bullet is fired, it remains in motion from its momentum. The momentum will carry the bullet until it strikes an object or gravity pulls the bullet towards the earth. They say a bullet can travel what some say, you might hear people argue, over 500 feet. Some people say like a mile or something like that. They say you're responsible for that bullet you fire for up to that anyway. Now, firearms change potential chemical energy into kinetic energy. Yep, you heard me say that. Firearms change potential chemical energy into kinetic energy in the actual firing of the gun. So many people don't realize that the force imparted by accelerating the bullet is not only the force acting on the gun or the shooter. Grains of burned gunpowder is sent out the muzzle at high velocity. When the trigger is pulled, the hammer strikes a small charge at the end of the shell, the ammunition. This charge ignites black gunpowder packed behind the lead ball bearings. When the black gunpowder burns, it produces gas that rapidly expands with the burning of more black gunpowder. High pressure gases exert forces on the back of the bullet and on the gun. The only way for the gas to escape is to push the bullet out of its way through the end of the barrel. This is how a bullet is fired from a gun. I ain't gonna go too far right there. I'm gonna keep it real. So now we can pause it. Now we got the agenda set, and y'all know why the build is labeled the God of the Gun. He said, "What's the hidden colors?" We can get into this gun talk. So now I got my brother Sutek, who was fascinated with the FN and all its specs. And I believe he was looking at a video where he was comparing the FN with a Ruger. I think they both shoot the same projectile, right? Oh, never mind. He ain't with me right now. He a little detached and can't speak. He must be trying to handle some business or tapped into something. So I'm gonna hold it down until then. But yeah, so we was having a conversation about that. But hold on, the last sentence is false. Online is the earth. You know I got that book. I don't have it anymore. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to read what Panther's saying.
Nah, I had to grab some water.
Oh, okay. What last line, Panther? The last line. Oh, in the Ogun book. Hold on, let me go back. The last line. Iron implements and Olgun get things done quickly and forcibly. That is the nature of their power. Thus, while iron implements carried out by the medium symbolize the nature of. Okay, that's what you're talking about, that last line. Allowing devotees to tap his force. Okay. I got you. All right, we're on the same page. So now, as I was talking to you earlier, and you was not here, and now we have Black Panther on the stream. You gonna kick yourself out? Oh, there you go. Go ahead, Panther.
Hey, what's up, man? This is a interesting topic. I do have that book. It's a good. It's one of the better books on strictly Ogun. I recommend people get it. I think it has a red and black cover.
Yep.
You were saying that blacksmith shrines are away from civilization. That's exactly correct, because it is widely believed that the blacksmiths served as the priest of Ogun, while the hunters, not to say that they couldn't, but it was more of a blacksmith duty in certain places in Nigeria. And the word for blacksmith is alabede. You said a name earlier, Lakai or Alakai, which some people believe to be the name of the original person that was Ogun. Alakaye or Lakaye means the one that is known all over the world. That's why you hear it in a lot of songs. You hear them say Ogun Lakaye. They're just saying Ogun, the one that's known all over the world. And that is attributed to what you're talking about today, metallurgy. Metallurgy is known all over the world. You can't get away from metallurgy. You can't. Guns are everywhere. I mean, whether you're talking about, anything that metallurgy produces, it's all over the world, even on our highways to get to other places. It's known all over the world. So that's why Ogun is known all over the world. That's what they mean by that. And the primordial form of Ogun that you talked about, that would be Irumole, which are slightly different from Orisha because they exist in a primordial form. And Ogun is believed to have been an Irumole. So yes, the book is still correct when it says Ogun existed before iron. It was, as you said earlier, linked to working hard working man's divinity, and farming and hunting, hard working stuff, barbering, tattooing, even sewing. You use the needle and thread to sew. So that's definitely correct as well. And I said hunting, so naturally it got associated with the gun as hunting evolved. That kind of brings us to today. Ogun is associated with guns. They even shoot guns off. They shoot rifles and guns off during Ogun festivals and initiations. So if you ever in Nigeria and hear a bunch of random gunfire, and it's a whole lot, and you think it's excessive, you're probably near an Ogun village or Ogun compound or an initiation or something like that.
Gotcha. All right. Sutek, what's up, man? You over there listening to Colville? What's up? What's up?
Nah. I just now checked in to see if he was still over there, but he still looked like he over there. But yeah, man, once they got live, once you went live, I chilled out because it was starting to kind of get on my nerves and piss me off a little bit. Kofi saying the same thing, but I guess it's starting to calm down over there. It looked like when I just clicked back in. But yeah, man, he shouldn't have did the show. I know, like I told him, I know, he had good intentions, but we was kind of already kind of moving past it, and it kind of just reignited some shit. But yeah.
What's up with that? But yeah, man, good luck for that. He was just saying whatever it is he wanted to say, I guess. But good luck with that. I don't partake in in that right now. But I was asking you earlier, man, what was your fascination with the FN, man? 5.7.
The velocity or the speed in which the projectiles are traveling, for one. That's the main issue that I love about the FN.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Of course, with some other things like, well, basically, it's just in a nutshell, I could say the technology that'll kind of encompass everything.
Gotcha. You trying to blow some people off the block.
Right, that's what I said.
Trying to put a hole in something.
I mean, I can't say much because I got an XD40, so I mean, I'm power good too, but that FN, boy, woo,
it got some power to it. Hey man, if I need to use it, I don't gotta worry.
If anybody is behind the person that get hit,
they getting hit too.
Yeah, they gonna be, if they not directly behind them and they could get away and they hit that, they're gonna be gone if they know what's good for them.
Yeah, that's that cop killer.
Yeah. When I meet people with F and N's, I'm like, oh, okay. You ain't no casual gun owner. Usually people with F and N's, that's not like they only gun. Like that's the specialty. That's the specialty joint. You know, but that's Ogun in modern day. You know, it's a saying. They say "Ibon ro, Ibon oro." Basically, nobody wants the gun pointed at them.
Hey man, ain't that the truth?
That's basically what it's talking about. It's in Odimeji. It's a verse talking about not seeing or not wanting to see warring. So Ibon ro, the gun goes boom. Ibon oro, the gun does not go boom. Whether or not a gun goes boom, no one wants the gun pointed at them. So basically that's what it's saying. The gun gonna go off, but don't nobody want it going off at them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true all the way from whenever they made that old dude to this day.
Facts. So we also was talking about the new military issue Sig Sawyer. And Sutek was in the chat as a AR guy. You know what I'm saying? He had a little rejection toward that gun per se. You know, he feels that now you can express yourself. You're here to talk about it. Let's go in about that weaponry.
I ain't shot it, so I can't be too biased. It looked cool, but I need to see how it's shot. Or how it shoots.
It looked dope. It definitely looked dope, but like the dude said in the video, man, the AR is basically the stand. Well, I'm saying that the AR is the standard. Everybody want to be AR. You see all the AR features on this SIG. Once you go back and once I go back and watch the video, you will see all the AR features they got on this SIG. So I'm just saying, man, everybody want to be like AR. Everybody want to be like Mike. AR is like a Mike.
Military don't use ARs though.
Who? Military
don't use ARs.
Yes, the niggas on the street use ARs.
But you said the military. You was talking about the gun the militaries are switching to, right, Sean?
Yeah, I brought them up, and he was comparing it because of the features and stuff.
But let me be technical for a second. So the AR is modeled after the M4. That's the military AR, basically. So it basically functions the same, but a couple of different differences. So the M4 is what the AR is modeled off of. So that's what the military has been rolling with for the better half of, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 years. They've been doing M16s and M4s, A2 model for M16. I forget the model for it, M4. But those are the weapons that the AR has modeled their standard off of. So, what is he holding up here?
No. I was letting Jehuda know I had it in my hand. You know what I'm saying? And I already knew what he was. When he asked the question in the chat, I just grabbed a book.
Oh, yeah. That's very controversial. Not going to get into the sociology and psychology. But, ARs are great because they're simple weapons. They're simple to put together. They're simple to take apart. Gasoline based. The bad thing about ARs is if that thing get too dirty, it's not going to shoot. It's going to jam up.
Right.
That's where the advantage of an AK is, because an AK is going to shoot regardless. Dirty, wet, dropped in a vat of acid. It's going to shoot. That's just what it's programmed to do. But you lose so much accuracy with the AK. That's why, the military never adopted the AK as a primary weapon, because it's just not that accurate. And it's fully automatic. We got away from fully automatic weapons after Vietnam.
Yeah, that's the same problem I was seeing with the because I was checking out the M&P 1522, and that was the same problem they were saying with that basically it gets so dirty so quick. Since it's what some people say, since it's a 22 caliber, it's shooting 22 rounds. That's the reason. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but either way, it gets filthy real quick, and it'll jam up or malfunction on you once that happens.
And being that we have had all our conflicts in dirty ass countries, and what I mean by dirty is a lot of sand, a lot of dirt, just about dust tornadoes, things like that in the Middle East. That is the problem. Keeping your weapon clean enough to fire. So that would be an issue. Because you don't want one of them things to jam up on you. I mean, we got thing called sports where we're doing weapons to try to make them fire, and that's sports is an acronym for slap, pull, observe, release, tap, and squeeze. So when you do that to an AR, even with an AR, that should work. That should get it to fire. But if it does not, you're likely having what we call a cook-off. And that's when that bullet is wedged in between that firing that chamber, and it's stuck. And if it stays stuck there for a long time, that weapon can explode. So that's the importance of keeping your AR or M4 clean for anybody that owns one, if nobody ever told you.
Have you ever shot 1911?
1911. No, I think they phased those out before I joined. Talking about the pistol?
Right.
Nah, I never shot that. I know it's made by Springfield, but I've never shot it.
Right.
I shot that new SIG that they got, the P320. Whoo!
I ain't seen that.
Now the military has adopted that. They phased out the M9s, the Beretta joints. They got rid of them in favor of the Sig Sauer P320s. I mean, that shit's smooth. Go to a range that let you rent guns and check that motherfucker out.
So is the AK recoil as smooth as the AR?
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. AK, if you ain't ready, man, that thing can be jerking you all over until you. I mean, the AK is a suppression fire weapon, and what I mean by suppression fire, for people that don't know what suppression fire is, this is the weapon we fire at an enemy to either distract or we setting up another play. When we do suppressive fire, we're not really trying to be accurate. Suppressive fire, is you got to do it to fulfill the mission. You protect, expose things. It's basically it's cover fire. I want to move from point A to point B. give me some suppressive fire so they won't shoot me while I'm running. So we got other weapons to do that, but with an AK, that's what I would use it for, because you can't. The only one, the ones that are a little more accurate are the Russian AKs. It closes the diameter of bullets a little better, but it's still not like you can't dome shot nobody with no AK unless it's rarely a single shot weapon. I would get something a little more sleek to do, like dome shots, or you're trying to hit somebody, But with the AR, and I don't know if you own one or not, but if you do you have a fully automatic one?
Nah, I don't own one, but the last one I shot wasn't a fully automatic.
Yeah, it's hard to get them fully automatic these days. Did it have a burst option, like a 3-round burst option?
Nah.
Yeah. See, the ones in the military have the burst option, 3-round burst, but that's as far. I did hear that they brought back the fully automatic M4s, but I don't know if all units got them or specialty units got them or whatever. But yeah, I heard they brought them back. But I don't know if you got to use that, you in real trouble. I mean, because the magazines only hold 30 rounds. That's gonna go like nothing with a fully automatic weapon.
Exactly.
That shit gonna be like, gone.
50 goes so fast.
Know what I'm saying? So the magazines they give out, it's only 30 rounds, and your standard carry is 210. It's just not a lot of rounds with a fully automatic weapon. Like, you look up, all them shit's gonna be gone. You're gonna be in trouble.
Scrambling for another clip.
Yeah, you like, oh shit, that's my last one. Oh boy. Good thing I got my affairs in order. Yeah, man, I'm a big time gun enthusiast. Even before I knew I was a child of Ogun, I was a big time gun enthusiast. I like to go to the range and shoot. My wife would tell you, I used to go over there on Bankhead when we lived in Atlanta and go to a range over there and shoot. And I just used to try out different guns and shoot over there and just see which ones I like better. Glock 19s, Glock 17s, 6 hours, FNNs, just to see, what was out there. That's a good way to shoot a lot of guns. Go to a range where you can rent them out.
Right.
And just, get that talk, get that paper, and just shoot. It's not that expensive either. So I just used to go there and try different guns. And what you laughing at, Bankhead, Zane? What's wrong? I can't say Bankhead. Oh, I forgot. They changed the name. It's not really Bankhead anymore. I forgot what they changed it to, because I'm not saying that other shit. I didn't even program it in my mind. Yes, I did. Howell Parkway. I'm my apologies, Zane. It's Howell Parkway. It's where I used to go to shoot at the range. But it is what it is. He said I'm making the trap say, hey, only 2 reasons I go to Bankhead. There's only 2. The range and the strip club. That's it. That's it. It's the only reason I'm over there. Other than that, I'm passing through. I don't go over there just to hang out. I don't know nobody over there like that. I don't go to Bankhead courts and hang out. That's it.
Fuck around, had to take your M4 out there. Man.
Yeah. I'll just go hang out over there. I ain't never been that guy. Just to test the waters like that. I'm in Detroit right now, and I'm in the hotel room. I ain't going out on 7 Mile and Stockton and 8 Mile. Nope. I'll be in here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Zane, you know what's over there. The Flame. Yeah, right. Shouts out to Shawty Low.
I gotta go.
Hello. Hey, man, we Atlanta natives, man. The Flame special to us.
I know it is.
Special to us.
A lot of ass in there.
It's a lot of Lake A's in there, too. Should have said that. Be dancing with a girl, next thing you know, you be like, hold on, you a child of a bachelor?
He said we're looking for Nikki.
Now, Club Nikki closed down before I got grown. Club Nikki used to be over there on Metropolitan Parkway, over there by Run and Shoot. But that used to be the premier strip club in the rap game at one point, but I never got a chance to go. They closed it down before I became of age. You know, and you definitely need your gun over there at Metropolitan Parkway. Zane, no. You definitely need your gun. And I just want those that have guns, get a damn holster, man. I'm tired of seeing y'all with guns in your back pocket, guns in your belt. Look, you need to be prepared. Get you a holster, man. Nah, we don't need no strip club. Nah, now you're going too far. I can't participate in that. But I do go and have a good time, you know. I'm not saying Stewart Avenue, everything is everything. You're always trying to put Stewart Avenue on me. I'm talking about Metropolitan Parkway. Boy, no damn Stewart. I know what he's talking about, though, boy. Stewart Avenue is what they used to call it before Metropolitan Parkway. Now everybody knows Stewart Ave was the host road, basically. Why they put the best gym in the city over there, I have no idea. But the best gym in the city of Atlanta was Run and Shoot. Everybody knows that. Everybody from AN1 players to NBA players to overseas players to local high school talent to everybody that was everybody, WNBA players, they was at Run and Shoot. I met so many pros in Run and Shoot, played against so many hell, even rappers, entertainers used to be in Run and Shoot. I played against R. Kelly at Run and Shoot. I mean, everybody used to be at Run and Shoot.
Panda, you played against who?
I played against R. Kelly.
He was dunking on you.
That's the straight truth. It was let's see, that was after I left Auburn. So it had to be like 2007, 2008. He came in there with the whole club behind him. And R. Kelly used to do that. R. Kelly used to like just go play basketball at random times of the night, like because this place didn't close. So it was 24 hours. So he would call up there and be like, make sure everybody don't leave. I want to play some ball. And you look up, the whole club would be in there. And R. Kelly would be in there trying to play basketball. He's not that good, but he likes to play. So yeah, you know that. Yeah, but that was Stewart Avenue, and then they cleaned it up. They tried to make it sound better, and they changed it to Metropolitan Parkway, but they didn't clean the hose off the street. Like that was a prostitute infested area. Like you had to go through all of that to get to the gym. So sticky situation. Something you definitely needed your gun for.
Speaking of which, man, you told everybody that they need to get an actual clip. As a gun owner, And you know they teach people this if they ever go to those classes. But as a gun owner, what kind of holsters would you recommend?
Well, I just used the holster that came with because mine came with one. So I'm not really familiar with a lot of different holsters that are out there. But I would get one. First of all, go get one from a gun store. Don't order one from Amazon. Tell you that right now, because when it come and it don't fit, you're gonna be mad. So go to the gun store with your gun and read the ones it's compatible with. Hell, they'll even let you open them up and put it on your gun in most places, so you'll know it fits. And put that motherfucker on, because you want to be prepared, man. Listen, we black men in America, anything can happen. You can ask my wife. I rarely leave home without my gun. That's just how it is. I'm uncomfortable now because I'm in Detroit without it. But of course, I had to fly, and I'm not doing all that to fly with my gun. But if I'm local or if I drove somewhere, I have my gun. We black folks. You never know when somebody want to do something to us just because you're black. I need to have my gun on. I have my gun on me at all times. I don't leave the house with slides on. Same reason. I'm black. I'm in America. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm strapped. I'm ready. It's just how I am. So if we ever have a lecture and it's local enough for me to drive and y'all come out, anybody listening, I probably have my gun on me somewhere. Just putting that out there. That's just how I'm built. I like to be prepared, and you just never know, especially when you talking about your culture and history and all that, and make people upset. You never know who followed you there. Be like, oh, that's them Black Power RBG motherfuckers. They want to do something crazy. I like to be prepared.
Yeah, man. It is what it is. But yeah, I won't order one not online either, man. They scary. You know, some people say they got them hard plastic or whatever they call holsters. Do you recommend one of them versus the more, what kind of material is that?
More neoprene style.
Yeah, like it feel like
I have a hard plastic one. But one thing you need to look at with the hard plastic one is the screws that's holding it together, because those will wear over time. So when they start to wear, you'll start to have an issue. I've never had a leather one, although they look real nice. I've never owned a leather type of holster.
Gotcha.
And I'm open carry too, so I don't be trying to hide. I'm open carry. Some people like to be, concealed. They can have the one that like wrap around your body, but I'm open. I'll let you know.
Yeah, man. You know, my brother sometimes if he forget if he wearing like jogger pants something like that, he put his stuff in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? But you can plexico yourself.
Yeah, that's why. Listen, you don't need them issues. Guns go off.
Yeah, the gun, because Plex only shot himself because he had a Glock, and he tried to trap the gun with both his hands, and one of them went in there and squeezed that trigger.
Glocks don't have. Well, let me correct myself. Glocks do have safeties, but the safety is on the trigger. So if you ever look at a Glock trigger, there's a little.
Right, it ain't no side switch safety.
Yeah, it's a little plastic piece that come off the trigger. When you pull that, that's your signal that if you pull this thing anymore, it's going off. That's the only safety that's on Glocks. That's it. Ain't nothing that you can, There's nothing else. So yeah, that was poor training because you're never supposed to grab a gun by the damn trigger well. Never. Unless you're in a frantic situation, you know you about to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So, he wasn't trained. And a lot of them celebrities don't be trained. Just buying guns because they think that's going to protect them. That's not going to protect you if you don't know what you're doing.
Yep. So, since we talking guns, yeah, everything said Glock safety is keep the magazine out.
Well, that's another way.
Right. Well, I leave mine. Where all I gotta do if I pop my clip in, I mean, and where I automatically just shoot one back. I mean, load one up in the chamber. All I gotta do a squeeze. So I just leave mine like that and pop it and clear the chamber. So when I do put the magazine in there and the gun ratchet, it's already ratchet back automatically. Then I can fire. That's the easiest way for me.
You mean like with the bolt pull back?
Yeah.
You leave your gun like that?
No, not all the time. Like just if I'm riding, if I'm going down the street.
Oh, so you can just you might as well just cock it and put one in the chamber then. What's the difference?
As soon as I don't know, man. It's fast to me, like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like boom, it's already ratchet back. I mean, I do, some people gotta pull that shit. That might be getting shot already. Soon I see the police harassing black people, I'm ready.
I don't ride with one in the chamber. I know people that do. I'm not against people that do, but I just know guns go off really easy.
Yeah.
If I drop this motherfucker and one in the chamber, it could be a bad day. So, and another reason is if I'm getting shot at, the first thing I'm going to do is get some cover and concealment. During that time of getting cover and concealment, it takes a second to rack your weapon.
See, that's that army training.
And some people don't believe in that. Some people believe in shooting back first. I want to see where it's coming from first. That's just me. You'll find different schools of thought, but I'm getting behind a wall, behind a car, behind something, and yeah, that is army training. So I can see where the hell is this coming from, so I can know where to shoot. And while I'm ducking and whatever, I done racked it already. So, when I get a clear vantage point, I'm letting off shots. And pay attention to the ammunition you buy. Buy no crazy ammunition. Go to the range with your ammunition. If you got ballpoint, shoot ballpoint at the range. If you got hollow tips, shoot hollow tips at the range. If you got hydro shock, shoot hydro shock at the range. So you don't just buy some shit and be like, I save these for when I'm ready. No, you need to see how you shoot with different damn ammunition. As is trained at getting shot at. Well, to a certain extent, yeah. Unfortunately, I ain't been hit. That's the important part.
Everything said you're trained to getting shot at.
Yeah, I ain't been hit. That's the important thing, right?
Yeah.
I ain't been hit.
Win the fight.
Absolutely, man. Don't be prideful if you get in the shootout. If you can get away, get the hell out of there. I'm serious, man. You don't turn into Rambo.
Yeah, get on out of there.
You don't know how many people shooting at you.
Nope.
If you can get to a car, man, peel out.
Man, I was watching this video and this dude was critiquing these little videos where people be on live stream and then they just turn down their op neighborhood and then start getting shot at and shooting back and all that, looking for the drama and be on live talking like it. And dude said, man, you don't know the duck and bust technique. Man, I fell out. He was critiquing the little video. Then the dude ended up getting shot. And his home and he got back to his neighborhood, and his homeboy was trying to help him once he realized he got shot because the adrenaline was going.
Yeah.
And them dudes followed dude and rolled up on him and finished him off, bro.
Oh,
this
man.
all on live.
Everything said the hollows are too expensive to train with, bro. When you buy hollow tips, it's like 30 of them in there.
20.
Depending on your hollow tips.
Yeah.
Like I buy the Remington ones. So look, see, this is the
Let me
problem.
go get mine. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go get mine.
Well, we want to be safe and we want to be cheap at the same time. You can't be cheap with your life. Buy the damn hollows. Buy 2 boxes. One to train with, one to in case something happens. Can't be cheap. You cannot be cheap with your life. Speaking of this topic, man, somebody invited me to something. They got an Ogun like weapon store or like a Ogun firearm store somewhere. I think it's in St. Louis. I thought that was creative.
You said what kind of bullets you said you shoot with?
It depends.
You said you got Winchester or something?
I got Remington hollow tips, and then I got ball. Oh, he didn't show. We finna get flagged.
That's why I tried not to show it. I got them right there.
No, monolithic hollow tips. Yeah, they hollow points. Yep. Good joints.
And then I got these for the range, though.
Yeah, see, you can do that.
Training these in training bullets.
You can do that. You need to shoot a few of them other ones off too. Yeah. 5 or 10. Jehudi said, "What previous charges can prevent me from purchasing a legal fire?" Depends on where you live, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Every state law is different. Like I know people that moved. Oh, you got the pelletiers, we call them. For the hearing. That's another thing. Well, when you go to a range, they should supply them, but you can get your own too. You can get some earmuffs for your hearing. Don't go in there thinking that your hearing can take it. That shit is loud, especially in enclosed spaces like range. That shit loud.
Man, and then next to them rifles.
Yeah, you don't know who's gonna be next to you. John Wayne next to you, bust it off. Man, get some earmuffs. But
I guess my other clip must be in my other box, but I use, you know what I'm saying? I keep my stuff popped. Keep my clips hot.
Those Glock clips, right?
Yeah.
They look like them. Glock clips are easy to load.
Yeah, till you get to the 17th one.
You gotta have technique.
Right.
But you can get a speed loader too.
A what?
It loads all of them for you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Jehudi, it depends. Like people in New York have hard time getting guns if they have anything, and then New York is one of them places where if you pull a gun, you better be right. Because like Plexico, he didn't shoot anybody; he shot himself and still went to jail. So it definitely depends on where you live, and find out if your state is open carry, if it's concealed carry, if you need a permit, if you don't need a permit, like just research those in your state and find out if you need a permit to own a gun. Find out what states share what they call I think it's called jurisprudence. What states basically recognize
reciprocity.
What states have reciprocity with your permit? So basically, what states recognize your permit is good when you go to them states? Like in North Carolina, my Georgia permit is good until it expires, and then I get a North Carolina permit. But if I took my ass to New York, this permit is null and void, and they don't give a damn. But yeah, research all that, man. It's my opinion that every black home should be armed and trained. We black. Don't act like that we ain't got plenty of examples of why we should be, because we do. Plenty of examples. So beyond the old everyday, threats, we black. We got extra threats. So that's just my philosophy. Every home should have a gun, trained. Everybody trained in the house, gun safety. If they don't want nothing to do with the gun, then they know not to touch the gun. That's just my philosophy as being a black person. Or you could have the biggest gun on the block, like Sutek.
Hey man,
Everybody.
Sean got the SIG. He got me beat.
You got the F and N.
Man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
The F and N give people fright and nightmares. That's what it's stand for.
Them baby assault slugs in there, man. Come on, man.
Telling
you. You see them pointed green tips.
Man, you hear that thing going on, you better get to moving.
He got color tips.
Hunting deer.
I don't think people really know.
Man, I'm out of here.
And when are you back home now, Panther?
No, I'm still in Detroit.
Okay, you head home tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, let me show y'all, because most people don't know what the FN57 look like. I'm gonna show y'all the ammo. Let me show y'all the ammo for the gun.
That shit look like it belongs in a rifle.
This is the ammo on the gun. Let me put it on the screen. Look, y'all.
It looks like a 5.56. Look like it belong in the info.
Come on, man. These are the bullets that go into the gun.
You got one of them guns Sutek Joe Biden is worried about. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you.
Just so y'all know how big the bullet is, there's a quarter.
He put them silver dollars in you. Look at them shit.
You never know when you might need to take down an elephant or something.
Woo. Hey, boy, you take one of them. I don't care if you got a vest on or not. You gonna be hurt. I also advocate for bulletproof vests, but that's just me, and it's not mandatory. But I advocate for those too.
But I hope you don't got no FN.
No, I don't have an FN, but I advocate for a vest for people that have FNs like you. Yeah, I'm gonna still be hurt, but I'm gonna be alive. Oh yeah, Zane, I got knives too. Look, I'm a child of Ogun. What do you want from me? This is how I thought before I knew I was a child of Ogun. That's what I do. You know, I'm ready for war. You got to be ready. You never know, and it's better to stay ready than have to get ready. Please go get trained. We got black folks in the community that train people. A man named out of Philly, Ngusu. He trains people and he does competition shooting. He knows what he's doing. There's another brother in Delaware that trains, and there's a black-owned firearms company called Black Diamond Firearms. They're out of Charlotte, North Carolina. They can ship guns to you. So Black Diamond Firearms. Look them up. I think it's bdfirearms.com. So, you know, a lot of places, you know, brothers that think just like me. Huey P. Newton Gun Club. You can become a member.
Yeah, they do. And they advertise that too. A lot of the RBG brothers, that's all about that. And I think people should, if you're unfamiliar with that stuff, you should get familiar with it to a degree to where you know you can learn something. Because it's always, like, for real, to be honest, it's always good to be learning something, man. Because people could teach you about, like, how to fire a weapon, how to disarm a weapon, how to clean your weapon, how often to clean your weapon, the rounds you need to use that's unique for your weapon, um, you know, what the expectations are, maybe some laws, maybe it's a whole lot of stuff that, I mean, remember, we black, bro, we aren't privy to a lot of these laws, and we don't take the time out to find out these particular things or have those conversations. Usually, you don't see bills on YouTube, especially for us to even talk about a weaponry or protecting our homes and things of that nature. Where Facebook might flag us, YouTube might flag us, but we just trying to help educate people. You know what I mean? So there's a way that we actually can do that in the sense to where people can know, but we need to have those friendly conversations as well. You know what I mean? To let y'all in on a little story, man. I was 18 years old, and I'm going to Tennessee State freshman year orientation. Right before my orientation at Tennessee State that weekend, my little cousin, I was supposed to pick him up, and but I ended up not picking him up this weekend, him and his partner. And I got a call at like I got woke up out of my sleep like at 3 or 4 in the morning. My little cousin had killed himself playing with a gun. He was playing with a 38. Him and his friend, they was watching that movie. I forget the name of the movie, man. Where roulette or something like that. And he got the gun up out of his daddy closet, not a hall closet where the gun was at. And he was spinning the barrel or whatever and clicking, it ain't go off. And he kept doing it. And it was his partner go. His partner didn't go. He said, man, what you scared for? It ain't gonna do nothing. Then he did it again, thinking that he had control over the gun in that situation, and clicked it, and he lost his life. And that, you know what I'm saying? That sent me for a whirlwind, because had he been properly educated about guns and stuff like that at that age, or just us in general, as young kids, we would have known that that's one of the things that we don't want to do. So I say all of that to say that we got to get out in front of that conversation. If our kids learning about guns is when they riding down the street with their homeboys and they see they ops, and next thing you know, they getting dumped on. That's a whole different conversation because they don't respect the gun. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I labeled it. That's why the build is labeled the God of the gun, because there's a lot of emphasis in things that we just really don't pay attention to. And I had to bring entire Ogun into the conversation, because you ain't respecting that, you ain't respecting nothing. And then that's what ended up happening to a lot of people. So, I never really told that story to anybody, but that's one of the main reasons that we need to make sure that we educated on this stuff.
Facts.
Yeah, I heard this story. So, nah, I ain't talking about that in cocaine and consciousness. Big head from West Gap said, nah, y'all thought I was going to issue. How about the principal from How High doing gun snatching tutorials? Video. Oh man, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he lost his life. He was 14 years old. That dude loved being around me too. That experience was tough for me. It was tough for his mom, you know what I'm saying? Because about 4 or 5 months later, she lost her husband behind it. He couldn't take it. He was locked up in California. They were trying to hit him with a 3-strike rule. He wasn't even from the state of California and only got caught in the state of California once. So they wouldn't even let him come home and go to the funeral. He had to do a year in jail. So as soon as he got out of jail, he was alive for maybe 2 months and had a diabetic coma. He wasn't taking none of his medication or none of that stuff. As a diabetic, and went into a diabetic coma when he was in the shower one day. And you know what I'm saying? He ended up losing too. But behind his son, he just gave up on things. But yeah, man, that stuff crazy. And I took that to heart, man. That was a tough time. All behind playing with a gun. That kind of had me not wanting to have any type of guns around my kids from like earlier on, because I feared that. I had a fear of that happening to my own child. So yeah. So I think what we have to do, and this is a good exercise because white people do it. They expose their kids to they expose their kids to stuff earlier on in their lives. So get them a BB gun or something like that. But you teach them with the mentality that this is like a real gun or whatever, so they know how to actually operate the gun. But then the BB gun to help get their mind right for what a real weapon feel like. So when they get a little bit older and you teach them those other things about the power of a gun, and they see what kind of stuff it causes, it allows us to properly educate them on the safety and why things are important and the reason why you don't want to play with this particular weapon until, if you got to pull this thing out, you got to be ready to go all the way with it. Yeah. Well, my auntie right now, she advocates for I'm reading the chat. So my auntie advocates for women who hold on, let me put Tyson in the cage. Come on, go. Yeah, you came up here, gone in your cage. You already knew what time it was, buddy. You knew it was past your bedtime. But my auntie, she people that I know who lost their kids to like suicide or gun violence and stuff like that, because my little cousin a few years ago, and I think, Pather, you might remember this, but he was at Burger King and the dude tried to rob him over some weed or whatever. And dude pulled the pistol out on him. And then as he was backing up out the car with the pistol on him, my cousin reached for his gun. He shoot my cousin shoot him. Both of them die. So that situation occurred, but it's a little bit different. So what my auntie does is if it's people that I know that gone through stuff like that, I talk to my auntie first, and then I try to, get that person in contact with my auntie because she lived through that situation. So she has the best advice for women that has gone through similar trauma, and they can relate. And that person that's going through and dealing with what they're dealing with actually know that they have somebody that's dealing with what they're dealing with and that can help them cope and get through their situations as well. But that's all the reason for us to know about gun safety and what the seriousness of this situation and go from there. But yeah, my auntie, you see her on my page often when I post anything. But yeah, so she actually dealt with that for quite some time. She said she struggled with it for a long time. I call my auntie one of the strongest women that I know. You know what I'm saying? To be able to face it and help other women who've lost their kids to gun violence of some sort or taking their own lives. Because I think it's a little bit more. I don't know, man. I ain't a woman, so I don't know if one of them, if shooting yourself is more difficult than being shot. It's the same torture and pain that a parent experiences. So I can't measure either one of those next to each other. I just know that she has been a blessing to not only my cousin who lost her son to gun violence, but a family friend whose son took his own life recently. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you don't respect Ogun, bad stuff happens. Bad stuff happens. So you have to deal with that gun stuff on a real level like that, man, for real. Like you real talk. You gotta get into that. And you gotta get your kids involved. I don't care how old they are, you need to have those conversations. You need to show them how to rack it, check the chamber to make sure. I'm gonna give me some dummy ammunition or whatever. So like if you were to rack your gun and squeeze the trigger, the bullet, and it fires, but it just fires, but the whole bullet come out. It's too hollow to fire out the chamber. It just comes out on the side. So it's like dummy ammo or whatever the case it is. I'm gonna try to give myself some of that because I want to continue. I want to teach them through repetition. How to check the gun, all of that. They need to know that same stuff you don't know. They need to know it too. Or if you do know it, so when they're around it, they know to stay away from it. Or if they got to clear it, they know how to clear it. They know how to make sure that whatever they need to do. They need all the steps. So I think I would kill myself if I lost my daughter. Nah, you won't kill yourself. You won't kill yourself. You think you would, but you won't kill yourself. People will talk you out of that. Your life has more meaning. Why would you take your life knowing that you have, your daughter, legacy to uphold? She would want you to do something special on her behalf. Think about it like this. There's no word for a parent who lost their child because it's not supposed to. Yeah, people be like, I want to go before my kids. All the time, people say that. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I know that was tough for my auntie. But to tell y'all the truth, I went to the house the next day. I didn't go there. I went there that night, but they was at my grandmama's house. And I didn't believe it until I got to my grandmama's house and seen all the cars at my grandmama's house. Then when I went home and came back later the next day, I met my auntie at the house. Everybody else was at the house while she was there. And they packed her stuff up and took her to my grandmama's house. And I stayed there and I pulled up the carpet and cleaned his blood up. Fresh blood. All the way through the carpet, through the mat. I pulled the whole carpet up and was cleaning that stuff up. I had his blood all on my hands. Yep. And it was funky. Like the smell of death, it was funky. It was all in that carpet. And this is a brand new home in Franklin, Tennessee, in a nice suburban neighborhood. It was bought brand new. That neighborhood right now, houses in that neighborhood right now worth over $700,000. I think at that time it was like they got their house for like $250,000, and that was considered like 700,000 today anyway. So that was in 98, 99. Yep, 98. So you already know that that thing was like that. But yeah, that was probably one of the hardest things I had to do. I didn't even think about it. Could think about what I'm saying? Could y'all go and clean up the blood of your family member that just killed themselves? Could you go pull up the carpet, cut the carpet up? And I've never pulled carpet before, but I pulled that damn carpet, and I pulled the seams up, the edges up, and I got the cleaning up all the blood, pulling out all this stuff, wrapping it up, and taking it outside the house. Because I know she couldn't be in there. Everybody knew it. It was like they was gonna need somebody to clean it up. And I was like, I'm cleaning it up because of who it was. Like, it's my cousin. I'm gonna take care of it for my auntie and my cousin. And his sister was traumatized too. Yeah, man. His name was Robbie. And my Elijah, that's Elijah's middle name is after Robbie. I gave Elijah his middle name. I mean his first name. Elijah Robert Malik. What up, Double R? What's good with you, bro? We just talking a little bit of guns and say gun safety. And we tied, they brought Ogun into the conversation because he's the god of iron. So we got a little bit into that and things like that. We pretty much done with the conversation, but right now we were just building and talking about I was explaining to people a situation and all of that stuff, but I'm pretty sure you walked in on that part of it. Unfortunately, I didn't know that somebody else was live right now until was live or is live or whatever the case may be until somebody in our little chat told us that Kofi had joined somebody's panel and was having a conversation. So I figured a lot of people was actually tapped into that. But let me show you a little bit more about Black Panther was here, but Black Panther dipped out. Sutek on here, but I think Sutek tapped in. He tapped in. He doing some research.
I'm looking for my research papers.
Bruh, look at that. You see that ammo? Is that what you trying to do? You trying to put them tips on the bullets?
Yeah, them look clean. yeah, motherfucking. What is that? Vampire Fang?
Hold on. Let's see what it said. It's just a Pinterest 5.7 ammo. I don't know. We'll probably have to find them somewhere else because Pinterest, they just gonna show us some shit. But they modified bullets though, so they had to pull the other part of it out and insert that part. Yeah, that's deadly. Yeah, that's deadly right there. But I want to show y'all this gun that he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's $1,100 if you want to get one. Well, $1,300 on this site. And so yeah, this is the 5.7 right here. And as you can see, them bullets that we just showed you, the projectile come out of that. They got all your little mechanics. Look, Columbia, South Carolina. It's got a good grip on it right here and everything.
So I'm saying, American made gun in the South too.
That's a better look at it right here. It's got good sights. They said the Ruger sights is better than these sights, but it's got sights on there. It just need to, some gun perfectionist said the sights is just a little bit off.
You can modify that motherfucker.
Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, this is what it is right here. You know what I'm saying? This right here kind of give me that Desert Eagle feel, like this part of the gun. Like down, especially down here at the bottom, it give me like that Desert Eagle feel down
there. Yeah, I need a 30 round clip.
This dude on the extendo.
Let me get a weave. My bitch need a weave.
He said a weave. This the one he want right here, y'all. Right there. With a clip that come all the way down here.
Yep, with the 30 round in that motherfucker.
$1,300. That's what he want to do.
Hey man, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he said it's worth it. You feel me? Man, I don't know about all that, man. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. Come on now.
Yeah, that's FN, man. I'm telling you, FN don't play.
I don't know, the SIG don't play either, bro. But this is hard now. You gotta put your scope on there, you know what I mean? Put your accessories on there. Get to it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on now. They got a whole 2 minute 55-second video, bro. Tear your face off. You see the brother out there. See there? That's that. See? The projectile come out right there. I gotta see that video, bro.
That motherfucker with the shell catcher.
Yeah, he said the shell catcher. Hold on. Play the let me play the thing real quick. Oh, well, nobody hating on us, man. We doing this for educational purposes, bro. It's not for no other reason. Gotta play that.
We have been hammering it with the scars. You have been dropping in to provide insight and wisdom. Who are you, and why do you know so much about scars?
I'm Benjamin Voss. I'm the product manager at FN for the commercial scarf.
You know more about this weapon system than anyone else in the company that makes the scar.
That's great. Why don't you tell my boss that?
Okay. So what was the first time that you shot a scar?
Oh boy, 3-4 years ago.
What were your initial impressions?
The recoil character, the way the gun shot. I noticed immediately that's probably one of the most unique shooting in terms of feel.
That's a true admirer and a lover of a firearm that understands that every single firearm has a different personality and a different character and a different feel. Why does it feel so different?
It feels different, not just because it's a short stroke piston driven system. This is an internally sprung system, so the recoil spring is in the receiver. It's gassed to have the bolt carrier speed come back so that it lands very gently at its furthest rear motion before it starts to go forward. And FN timed that for a fixed rate of fire, 600 to 625 on the fully automatic guns. But on semi-automatic fire, it equals a very soft shooting gun.
We were trying to get close to that rate of fire. It was the full auto while I'm on the ground, shooting from non-standard shooting positions like the urban prone. with the ejection port down, ejection port up, or in this Texas dirt that's like moon dust. And all of that is exploding and falling back down into the rifle. But the weapons just kept hammering, just ran. What is going on?
You don't need to lubricate the moving part assembly like you do on a DI gun. On a SCAR, you don't have that gas dump in your moving parts. Therefore, you have to use very, very little lubricant to keep it operating on its internal rails. And it doesn't gum up because there's no liquid there to attract it.
You said, as the project manager, the development and the evolution of the weapon kind of fell into your lap. One of the newest evolutions has been the non-reciprocating charging handle. How did that come to pass, and what is the engineering that makes it so simple?
So in 2012, we developed a non-reciprocating charging handle system for the military. We're now going to offer that feature to the commercial market. We're going to offer the system coming out this summer in the 16s, the 17s, and the SCAR 20Ss.
I can dig that. Mm-hmm. What was the thought process behind this particular buttstock and how it functions and how it works with the rest of the gun?
They needed a stock that was adjustable for length of pull and that folded. Colin, if you look at the location of the buttstock in relation to the ejection port, you can still fire the rifle with it folded. You can access the trigger. You can access the safety with it folded.
And so I want to talk about this backplate.
Yes.
Because it's a polymer backplate.
It is. The entire rear stock assembly is polymer, some aluminum parts in it, but the majority of it is a molded polymer. In the case of the SCAR, the polymer rear plate on all the rear stock assemblies is actually part of the buffering system for the moving parts assembly.
The versatility of this gun, where you were shooting a mile.
Yeah. I hadn't shot the 20S until I was shooting it that day. And within, what would you say, was it 3 to 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I was on target at about a mile.
It's just intuitive for a user as a shooter. When you get behind this gun, you know, whether you're doing an immediate action drill and you're like tapping, like, there's a charging handle that's ergonomically located directly above where my hand should be. I don't have to reach back here to do anything. It just happens right here. And I love it. This is now a solution, is an answer to pretty much every single operator, user level question. You can do everything with the SCAR fan. So what's next?
The non-recip charging handle is just the beginning of what we're going to start to see come out of that fan for the commercial SCAR.
I like the sound of it.
Yeah. Kind of vague.
You didn't tell us anything, but I like the sound.
Yeah. Well, man, I appreciate what you've created. I appreciate the team that you've put together to build something like this. We're going to go and try and break it.
You think this is good, then I know I'm on the right track.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Right there. Off we go.
The FN SCAR. He was trying to hit a target a mile away, say. There go your extendo.
Yep, there it is. Let me see.
That's on the 509, though.
Compact tactical. I don't think I've seen that one before.
24 round, mag.
That ain't bad.
Mm-hmm.
Need me them 30 of them jokers, though.
The SCAR. Let me see. They had another video up here. But we ain't got to look at the SCAR no more. We done seen it. What they got on the shotgun side? Old school looking. Yeah. Sleek. The 509 LS Edge. I like the way that look. Look at them getting to it. Columbia, South Carolina, but it's staying up. They letting them things ride, boy.
Yeah, that shit look good.
Mm-hmm. It's all about control and accuracy. It's got the safety on it. No, it's got the little trigger switch. Yeah, I'm on hard, man. Well, I know everybody that's tapped in, man. What's your favorite gun, man? You can pull it up. Let's look at your favorite gun. We know Sutex. I showed y'all the Sig Sawyer. What's your favorite gun? What you shooting right now?
What you got, Zion? Pure.
Zion shooting a 22. Nickel played a 22. Pure ain't shooting no gun, bro. He in California, bro. He get caught with the strap. He going to jail.
Pure got that Glock 43.
They talking about Mutua. Never mind, man. I ain't even. You see what I'm saying, man? Like, it's so much that I be want to say, man, but I don't even just be saying nothing. I just be reserving what I really want to say, because I don't want want nobody to really know what's going on, bro. It's just crazy how a grown person to act like they don't know why a situation is what it is. He said, I got 2 felons and a strike. Damn, Zane. What you do, smack the school teacher? Two felons and 1 strike. I hate that strike shit.
Yeah, that's that Cali shit.
Yeah, I hate that shit, bro. I don't wish that on nobody, bro. Cause you know what I'm saying? They get you in a jam on some BS. My favorite gun was the Taurus P911.
I don't know too much about them Tauruses.
Me neither. I pulled it up. I don't know too much about them either. I don't like the way this look when I pulled it up, though. This look like the high point, bro. This look like it's a jam left and right.
Yeah, that's the shit niggas be having in them movies where they be in the desert and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mob movies. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing that color chrome, bro.
That's why I ain't taking it off the screen yet. You say y'all want no chrome because of what?
You identify a nigga whole fingerprint set on that motherfucker without even lifting that shit. I'm good. I don't want that, man. I really ain't never been. I don't know, that chrome is just always turned me off though.
You ain't a fan of the nickel.
But I don't know how that motherfucker shoot though, so that's something different. I ain't said they don't sell them no more.
Good. They don't need to. I don't even like that motherfucker, man. Taurus. Who else said something? What other gun we looking up?
Yeah, that shit nigga be having pearl handles and shit like that.
What other gun?
Who else said? Anyway, man. I mean, I don't know what the hell I was looking at the other day at them shotguns, but that shit was crazy.
Let's see. Which one that won the video?
Yeah.
Dude was telling me about it in the gun store, man. They had one, and then they said they get 2 when they sell quick.
Shit, I bet. That's some different shit.
Yep. Let me find. Look at that motherfucker. Oh, that's it right there, ain't it?
like it.
Nah, I think this is it.
Motherfucker look like a zapper.
Nah, that ain't it.
We shoot lasers.
Here's your weapon industry shows off. The sci-fi shotgun. Let me see. I think it's it right here. We need a video. Here you go. I'll turn it down when the egg go off. Watch this.
I'm Colin, IWIUS, here with the Tavor TS-12. It's a 12-gauge semi-automatic bullpup shotgun. It's got a 15+1 round capacity if you're firing 2 3/4-inch shells. It's 5 shells per tube. So for range purposes here today, we're only loading 2 per tube, but this way, you'll have an idea of how it fires. Standard bullpup, so the weight is biased towards the rear, makes it easy to carry, easy to operate one-handed, leave your off-hand free. It's a pretty comfortable shotgun overall. It's nice to shoot, low recoil. It's adjustable gas system, so if you're firing 3-inch magnums, you set it on high here. If not for today, shooting low graph, keep it set on low. It'll feed from the right or the left side. Rotate the magazine. Use your trigger to depress this button. Pull the mag tubes around. So we're at 6 rounds. We're going to load the elevator and then make ready. Standard cross bolt safety. So the one itself weighs 8 pounds. It's like a blaster rifle. I get that. It looks real heavy. Actually, 8 pounds. And there it is. Ready to TS-12. Ready.
That Moorhead didn't have that much kickback or nothing. Man.
Yeah, that bullpup. I didn't know that's what that motherfucker was. Yeah, that motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah, it's all the way crazy.
I would love to shoot one of them motherfuckers.
Man, you'll blow somebody AWS all the way out, bro. That mother had no kick, bro. His shoulder wasn't going nowhere.
He said you shoot that motherfucker with one hand.
Right. That's how you know you got it, cause them was. I don't know a person. I ain't shooting no more. I ain't shooting no shotgun with no one hand. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I mean, I ain't gonna try to do it. There's another shotgun though out here though, the one that you had sent the video on. I'm trying to find that. This dude do this every night, bro. He would just sleep, just get up out of sleep, turn around, lay down, get up, turn around, lay down. Where this other shotgun at? And we got so much stuff we be talking about. I'm finna find it. Y'all got to see this other shotgun. Cause we need to see somebody shooting this joker. I think this take your whole shoulder off. Told you he on his snoring. I'm finna spray this spray in his face. What was the name? How you don't remember the shotgun, bro? Was it this right here? DC-12?
Nah, I want that one. Hold on, man. I'm about to find it in the back chat.
That's why I was looking, man, but I'm scrolling. I don't even know what we was talking about that damn gun. Shit. I just passed my Wave. Yes, that's how far up I am. Chavis using this cigarettos for a bookmark. Where he at anyway, bro? He over there with COVID. No, yeah.
I think Kofi off of there now. I don't know what they're doing over there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it is.
What's it called?
I'm about to drop it all the way to the bottom.
How you get to it before me? I guess 'cause I'm on my phone.
Nah, I'm on my phone too.
Oh, your ass just went scrolling.
Nah, I searched.
You went to search.
Yeah, it's for shotgun.
That's what my dumb ass should have done. What's the name of
Let me see. Smith & Wesson M&P 12.
There it is. That's what it was. I looked up. Smith & Wesson. M&P 12.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find this other one.
Man, watch this mug, y'all. Oh, look. I got to find somebody that's outside with it. I guess I ain't going. Let me just hit it here. Look at this joker right here. Hold on. We got to get past this bull chunk. Of course, we do everything we do for educational purposes, ladies and gentlemen. Everything we do. Oh, man. This mug hit me with the 2 ads.
What a year for guns. Glock's making carbines, Beretta's making revolvers, and now Smith & Wesson is making pump shotguns. Are the Utah UTS-15, and why people aren't calling this genre of guns bull pumps is beyond human comprehension. Really, it's mind-boggling. Many of you may recall that I visited Smith & Wesson for Gunfest this past February, and let's say I saw some shit when I was there. Some new things that are going to happen that I can't tell you about in the absence of a court order. This was one of those new things. Over 6 months ago, I saw carts full of these shotguns being pushed off the S&W assembly line. So this has been a long time coming. Whether you like the idea of a bull pump or not, these days, Smith & Wesson is revisiting its college years, becoming more adventurous, open-minded, and probably willing to try Molly. That may have been a joke, but I have to re-emphasize how excited I am to see S&W pivot more towards what consumers are interested in rather than what it thinks consumers should be interested in. The Shield Plus and the brand new M&P 15 T2 are great examples of this, and the best is yet to be announced. Let's talk specs before we get into the review of the shotgun, which came out today. The M&P 12 is, again, a 12-gauge bullpup shotgun that has 2 tubes, each holding 7 rounds of 2 3/4-inch shells or 6 rounds of 3-inch shells plus 1 in the chamber for a total capacity of 15 rounds. Obviously, you can glean from that statement that the M&P 12 is capable of accepting either. It will also work perfectly with mini shells and will hold a whopping 20 minis. Because it's configured as a bullpup with a chamber more or less in the buttstock, it has a 19-inch barrel but an overall length of 27.8 inches, exactly 10 inches shorter than my beloved Beretta 1301, and it is downward ejecting. Now, there is a weight penalty for this extra tube, as this shotgun weighs 8.3 pounds, or 2 pounds more than a Mossberg Maverick. It's 1.4 pounds heavier than the Keltec KSG, but it's built like a rock using a steel receiver and black oxide-coated 4140 steel barrel. Ooh, and that business end sure is intimidating and threaded for rim choke compatible chokes and accessories. The steel construction likely accounts for the additional weight of the M&P 12. The weight's also not that noticeable considering that the center of gravity is closer to the shooter's shoulder, so even one-handed aiming and shooting is possible with this thing, even though I wouldn't recommend it. The M&P 12 has an AMBI AR-15 style safety that's going to be extremely familiar to AR shooters out there, as is the grip. While the MP12 comes with an M&P style grip with interchangeable back straps, just like you saw with the M&P 15T2 that just came out, it means that if you don't like it, you can just swap it out for a standard AR-15 grip of your choice, and that's pretty cool. This cross bolt style push button tube selector is intuitive to use and it's fast. If you need to switch tubes because the tube you're firing from went dry, or even cooler, if you have one type of ammo in this tube and another type in that tube and you need to swap between the two, just flick this button, you're good to go. It also has these fin looking load assist buttons on either side of the back end of the receiver, kind of where the buttstock meets the barrel shroud. A light press on these fins makes shells easier to load, while a hard press will dump all of them out, making the gun easy to unload. But you have to be careful when you're tactically reloading or administratively reloading so as not to press these buttons too hard unless you have a fresh shell already on the way into the tube, or it'll spit everything out. It also has an access cover that allows you to get to and to remove damaged or stuck shells without completely disassembling the shotgun. You also will know that there's one in the chamber because right here you have a tactile loaded chamber indicator. It has an AMBI QD push button sling mount point at the base of the buttstock on either side. There's plenty of space for lights and optics, as the barrel shroud has several M-LOG points on both sides of the gun. And there's a good foot of rail along the top of this gun. The M&P 12 comes optics ready, which means no sights or optics at all. But these days, I'd rather just save the money on the MSRP, pick up my own optic, pick up my own iron sights or whatever, other than being forced to buy something that I'm just going to remove, and that's okay. Speaking of MSRP, this one's going to be $1,165 MSRP. I picked up this M&P 12 yesterday afternoon, and I got 100 rounds of mixed 12 gauge, brought it all to the St. Bernard Indoor Shooting Center to give the gun a try, and Sam and Kelsey of St. Bernard gave me a hand. We started out with 6 and 8 shot, regular 6 and 8 bird shot, and eventually moved up to 2 3/4 inch and 3-inch upland bird and some buckshot. Shooting a pump reminds you of why shooting a semi is a little bit more fun, and recoil mitigation is one of those things. That said, the M&P 12 handled everything from bird to buck as well as any other pump would. That isn't to say that it was pleasant or soft, which is not the case at all. It's just to say the recoil is pretty much like any other pump 12 gauge, if not a little softer due to the additional weight. We had no failures whatsoever, and manipulation with this gun while firing is top notch. Kelsey, who is of course smaller than Sam or I, handled the M&P 12 well enough, even with high brass, when she leaned into it and widened her stance a little bit. The pump's easy to manipulate, and it ejects spent shells forcefully. You have to be careful with short.
Man, look at her shoulder, bro. She getting worked. Look, just watch her get worked.
Again, it's not something that's easier or.
Man, that's like about a foot pushback almost. Half a foot. She getting worked.
You weren't fucking with dude like that though.
Huh?
It wasn't so bad on dude like that though.
Nah, it was not. I mean, she handling it. She handling it.
Just rocking a little bit.
Yeah, she's just rocking a little bit. Golly, that one throwing.
Harder to do with the average pump shotgun. I'm just reminding you to get a full lengthy stroke on the pump to make sure the next round chambers. For some reason, I had no problem with that. Speaking of pumping, the M&P 12 comes with an M&P style foregrip that's attached to an M-LOK slot on the foregrip. You can remove the foregrip if you want, and you can use a more conventional horizontal style grip. This probably looks familiar to you if you've ever shot or if you own an M&P pistol. It's that same grip serration that you see on the slide serrations of the M&P pistols. Kind of a neat little touch by Smith & Wesson. You're probably going to want to go with the standard horizontal grip if you're using a light, or you can swap out to a vertical foregrip of your choice as long as it's M-LOK compatible. I thought the M&P 15 grip worked well enough, although I think it looks a lot cooler without it. but I've never liked the look of vertical foregrips on pump shotguns anyways. The trigger isn't going to blow your mind, but the same can be said of any bullpup long gun, not just this one. That said, it's really not that bad. There's a little bit of take up and then like a plasticky feeling trigger pull of about 6.5 to 7 pounds. It's average to good for a bullpup long gun. Again, the shooting controls are well thought out, from the ambi safety to the intuitive tube selector switch, and the vertical foregrip does work well for recoil control and for working the action. Reloading can be a bit tricky though, and you have to flip the shotgun upside down to do it. There's this big access port in the back, but it does get a little crowded with a hand and a shot shell in there. On top of that, the shells don't effortlessly glide into the tubes. You need to overcome the retention spring pressure. To assist with that, you can use these load assist buttons that I talked about earlier on the top side of the receiver. If you give them a little bump, once the hole starts entering the tube, the rim will pass through easily. But again, you have to be careful to not press the load assist too hard before you have pressure against the shells already in the tube. Otherwise, it's going to spit them all out on the floor. It might help to have 3 hands if you want to tactically reload the M&P 12. However, Sam, being the genius that he is, figured out an easier way to reload the shotgun quickly and without setting it down.
If you kind of put the buttstock into your chest and cock the shotgun to the side at about a 45-degree angle, you can drop that right on into that groove there. It lines right up with that magazine, just like that.
God, you make it look so easy. Like any new platform, it'll take some practice and some manipulation, but in one range session, by the end of it, Sam and I went from extremely frustrated to awkwardly comfortable with reloading. You'll just have to give it time. This was the only real issue I had with the M&P 12. Oh, that and the shelf right above the grip here was kind of rubbing the base knuckle of my thumb in a weird way when I was shooting, but I was the only one who experienced this. Maybe it's fixed if I just changed a grip out. I haven't even had the M&P 12 for 24 hours as I record this video. I picked it up only minutes before we hit the range yesterday. But the M&P 12 has left a positive impression on me so far, and it seems to be the highest quality bullpump option right now. It has robust construction, well thought out controls that'll be familiar to most shooters, ample amounts of M-lock and rail, the ability to change the grips to what you want, mount the optic that you want. While it has an MSRP almost $300 more than the Kel-Tec KSG, you do get what you pay for. And both of these guns are good options. As with most things Kel-Tec, the KSG is more of a budget-oriented fit, finish and construction, a bit more unpretentious, if you will. On the other hand, the M&P 12 is more of a, let's see Paul Allen's bullpup shotgun vibe, with a sturdier feel and a sleeker appearance. Myself, personally, I favor the traditional pump shotgun layout, and personally, I do not partake of the bull pump. But there's something to be said for holding 15 rounds of 12 gauge in one gun, and
it's a big deal. 15 rounds in one gun, shotguns. Gonna blow somebody's face off.
That motherfucker look like it give a problem to load though.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you gotta play them other little two shorts.
You said the other what?
The 2 shorts, the YouTube shorts in the back. They in the back.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Put them up.
You can see somebody firing this thing.
Four teens were arrested Saturday night after participating in the dangerous trending nationwide TikTok Orbez Splat Gun Challenge. The challenge participants shoot unsuspecting people with gel-type pellets from Orbez guns, some of which look like handguns and even rifles. They even post the videos on TikTok to share for engagement. Saturday night, 4 teens, including Ian Brown and Nashard White, and 2 17-year-old juveniles, shot the gel pellets from a moving Kia sedan on Broadway at unsuspecting people walking on Broadway. Once police stopped the vehicle, they also found an actual loaded and stolen handgun. Come on, man.
What is that?
It's right here in Nashville. Tender kills him. Hold on, them mugs ain't coming up. Hold up.
Let me see.
Click on the let's see. Hold on, I think I might oh, you just shot one. Okay. Open in a new tab. Hit the other one. Throw the other one up there too. Let me see.
There it is.
All right. I'm finna click on both of them. Share screen. Them was gonna come straight on. They short, so we can do it. See, people ain't interested in the gun talk, man. They want to get in the mess.
Hey guys, Armor Gun here today. Wolverine Supplies with their SPOS 12. Guys, I don't know what it is about the SPOS 12, but it is undeniably cool. And it can run in pump and in semi-automatic. This is an early model with the lever safety. This is unsafe. That's on fire. Not bad. The controls on this thing are really interesting. This is a 12-gauge shotgun made famous by Jurassic Park, among other things. And this is the button right here. Now you're in semi. Now you're in pump. It has a stock, which you just press this little button right here. Press to get to lock it in, and then back here there's a little one, and there you go. Quite the iron sights. And this ventilated heat guard is just something else. It's got a side charging mechanism as well, which is what you use when you're in semi-automatic. Cock it back, press this button back here, send her home. Man, oh man, what a cool rig. Boom diggity. Hey guys, Armor Gun here today.
Diggity.
Damn motherfucker clean. Bro.
100-round drum from drummag.com. Alamo 15 from bigdaddy.com. Hey, y'all comment down below. Is the drum gonna jam?
Oh.
No jams included, baby.
That's crazy, man. I gotta watch it again, man.
100-round drum from drummag.com. Alamo 15 from bigdaddy.com. Hey, y'all comment down below. Is the drum gonna jam? No jams included, baby.
What you say?
About 5 seconds, 100-round drum, boy. That ain't spitting.
Yeah, it was spitting quick, bro. It spit right over his cell phone too. He was letting that thing rip, bro. That thing was going, man. He out there strapped up with his jogging pants out.
Yeah, bro, I be watching him in a lot of them shorts, man. Bro, be letting them things go.
Yeah. God, look at them bullets, bro. Man, if y'all ain't paying attention to this, let me see if I can make this bigger, bro. I don't think I can. No, I can't make it no bigger than this. But I want y'all to look at watch the gun, watch the bullets. Just watch where the bullet area is. And right there where his hand at right now. Those two areas. Where the bullets come out at, and then in that gap right there, watch the dust kick up. Look at that. Ain't no wind blowing, bro. Ain't no wind blowing, bro. That thing, man, it's riding. Come on,
I said,
huh?
Okay. Yeah, it say 8 seconds. I said what, 5 or 6?
Yeah, 8 seconds. That thing ride out, bro. All the way. Yeah, him and old boy, they in Louisiana. That's why they be letting them things ride too. I be slick thinking that they ammo cheap as hell down there too. I think
Probably.
I know ammo cheap in Las Vegas because they make bullets down in Las Vegas. Yep. So when you in Las Vegas, you can go to the gun range out there. They got the whole place where they make them bullets. Look.
We got the sticks when we ride. We slang out where they hide. We slang out where they hide.
What's up, yeah, you already know it's your boy GHG Hustle, man. We back out here with a copper drop. Got my boy way
living with Corey Moe, man. Live in the flesh, you know what I'm saying? Live and litty, riding through the city.
Man, that boy from H-Town or Dallas?
Yeah.
That boy from H-Town or something talking. All right, man. All right, so we see you, man. Hold on, bro. Y'all boys must trying to jump me or something. Allen. I gotta watch out for y'all Dallas boys. Y'all stay trying to gang up on me. Well, we're gonna jump in this copper drop. You already know how it go, man. We just gonna let him go. We're gonna blow something, man. Go ahead, grab pressure. Huh?
And I brought that pressure.
You said you brought that pressure.
Hey, Chris T, you know something about this. This is a Canic Meta SFX. We're gonna let him do this one first. You know what I'm saying? The Canic Meta SFX. With the trick on there.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be a Kenny hater today, you know, because it is looking kind of nice. But come on, boy, Chris TV, it looking kind of nice.
Yeah.
It looking kinda nice. I can't even flex on that one. Hold on, let me get one hand.
Really, nigga?
Oh, now. That was 18 that quick? What?
They started in pretty good too, ain't it?
Nah, it's a mediocre cop, you know what I mean? Nah, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you though. You got the my boy got the trigger con. You know what I'm saying? How you say it? Trigger con?
What's that?
Trigger con?
Trigger con?
Trigger. Can you spell it for me?
TRIJICON.
Oh, Sachi. Yeah, but I cop this boy. I see he got the sight on it, you know what I'm saying? He got the little colorway. I like it, you know what I'm saying? I like it.
Oh, say nice. So you can go with next.
Oh, yeah?
As well. I rock with the FDE, bro. It's something
Yeah,
about the FDE.
You rock with the FDE. I can say this thing is looking mighty sexy though. 509 9mm.
Yes, sir.
EDC.
Yes, sir.
You added this?
Nah.
Came with it?
Yeah.
So we are not loaded. Nice little EDC, huh? Nice little EDC. Ooh. See that bit. Trigger trash. Ooh. Trigger trash though. But the gun is nice, but the trigger is trash. How you feel about it though?
Upgrades coming soon.
Upgrades coming soon? Upgrades coming soon. I copy though, because it does look smooth. The only downside is the trigger is just dookie booty.
Yeah.
But Glock's also got a dookie booty.
But the reset ain't as bad as a Glock.
Yeah, the reset not as bad.
Yeah. I mean, it hits that wall quick.
It does hit the wall quick. I get to him.
And for FN, you would think that trigger would be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He said upgrade comes. I'm gonna cop it though, because it does look smooth. I think it fits me.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Go ahead.
Man, what the hell?
LSS.
I mean, you go ahead and tell us about it, man.
Man, look.
Go ahead and give some of that Texas South, that Texas splash.
FN 509 LSS. You know, we running the Streamlight TLR8 on that thing with the green beam. We got the what is this? A Trijicon RMR optic. You know what I'm saying? And it's got the Pro Cut slide, all that good stuff. Let's see how you feel about this trigger.
Something must be in it. Trigger not bad. I ain't even gonna stunt you.
And I mean, it is a big price difference between that one and the other one.
How much is this versus
1,300.
How much was this one?
700.
Ah, dang.
Oh no. This is a Canik. So this one was 500.
Dang, can't come on like that.
And it's best trigger out the box.
Mm-hmm. I might have to go ahead and get me one. Don't it look like should have been like? I caught both of these.
All right, so this is Stig P320. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on. Why you looking at my boy gun like that? Player?
That look like magically delicious, nigga.
Hey, we went with the Coyote Pro Cut slide, the gold barrel, the gold skeletonized trigger. I'm not really a big fan of the IR. It's infrared. I should have done my research. Got the Coyote mag thing right there, you know what I'm saying, and the Sig Romeo 1 Pro.
Wait, so you saying this is not a beam?
It's a infrared beam.
Oh, so you need the
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
But the flashlight works.
Flashlight works. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then what you got over there?
This is the Canon TP9 Elite Sub Compact with the Shield SMS optic on there. This was the EDC before the new EDC, which, you know, the FN509C MRD is the new EDC.
What that was? I didn't know you brought a FN509 out here. Come on, let's do it. Mag dump, my boy. Hey, you ain't scared of no shells now. You ready?
How you feel about that trigger?
It's mag dump worthy. Mag dump worthy. Oh, that trigger is nice. Hold on. Oh, I should have shot with that one. Trigger is nice. Trigger is sweet.
Mag dump.
Oh, definitely. You know what I'm saying? I caught this because he got his stuff looking so nice. I can't drop nothing. He got to just came out here looking nice. I can't drop it.
I got big brother.
They got the big brother right there.
Big
Oh, hold on.
Big brother.
You might have to.
Since you talk about stuff that looks nice,
Magically delicious.
and you just got a 45, didn't you?
I got the El Chapo special, 38 Super.
Mine isn't the El Chapo special. It's more of like the New York Subway edition graffiti.
Yeah. Hold on. So we can't. I seen you got a couple on the table. We can't just do one at a time.
Not one at a time.
Oh,
Okay.
you got 3 on the table.
It's three of them. So
So
this Deadpool,
ooh wee.
fully custom.
You know what I call
Cerakote-
Deadpool?
What's that?
Because I never knew who Deadpool was, so I call him Nigga Man. Because he looked like the hood Spider-Man, right? Am I? No.
I can dig it.
Yeah. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So fully,
Why you looking at it like that?
man, because I know what that thing do.
Oh.
It got a surprise.
I like surprises.
Yeah. So yeah, fully custom, engraved, Cerakoted, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
We got the
yeah,
Glock 19 with the compensator.
Woo.
I mean Glocks you see with the compensator. I know it's pressure. 1911. This the SDS to Turkish. You know what I'm saying, and then we got the AR-15. As a matter of fact, before you shoot these, go ahead let that thing go.
Nah, I want to do Mag though.
You want to do that?
Yeah,
Both of them?
don't be scared now.
Both of them?
Ooh.
Okay. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me, you know what I'm saying? Get ready. You know what I'm saying?
Ready, baby?
Where you going? Come on.
You ready?
All right.
Go ahead.
Oh my God! Wow!
My Lord, boy.
That's how you say cop without saying cop.
My hand's shaking. I knocked the lotion off my hand. Oh my goodness. My hands are ashy. Oh no. Cut the camera.
All right, so right here, another 1911 45 ACP. We got the Liberty or Dead, also with SDST, since Turkish. You know what I'm saying?
Look like one of them.
Fully custom engraved. See what you think about that one.
What time it is?
45.
Oh, wow. Man, I ain't had my glasses on the whole time. I think I can see now.
Nope.
I caught it because it's one of them collector's guns, so it's gonna be some money in the future. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about the money in the future. You know what I'm saying?
All right, now right here we got the PSAK in FDE in black with the Romeo and Juliet optic with the magnifier. Had to get the color matching mag. You know what I'm saying? But I love this one, bro.
Yeah, you have to have it.
Daniel Defense MK18, RK18.
It's that police edition, man.
Hey, yeah, the military. Yeah, military.
Even better.
Yeah.
You might want
They
to have it.
Policing on there.
I mean,
But I already told you I got something coming for it.
you don't need that,
I
man.
got something coming.
Yeah, let's take it home with me, man. It's that military. I'm about to upgrade my AR. I'm getting real tactical. Like, just look at that. It's just all rubbery. You know what I'm saying? That rubber. You got that Surefire. Hey, big money. Let me hold some. You think about
You the one with the pockets full?
Pockets full of lint, man. Oh, you gotta let me have it. You may think that.
Man, what's up, Suzette? What you think out of them the last three? 'Cause I know that's what you were looking at, them last three.
I like I like Deadpool. That's what I'm fucking with.
I'm just like that one.
I'm lost for words. Hold on. I'm about to drop it.
Huh?
That's Suwoo Chop.
Yeah, I figured that you was gonna like that one better than them last two. That one let off better than the last two did.
Yeah, they did. Them motherfuckers look good though.
Yeah, that's it. They look good. That's about all. They look good.
Tear with this in my hand. Man, let that Google gang, man. Lord, boy.
And it's just so comfortable, right?
No,
Like, just
cameraman, you got to hold this. Oh my Lord.
Oh yeah, this is.
Oh my.
Oh,
Right?
the rubber set it off. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm
It's
telling
something
you.
so simple.
It's from the hand grip to the.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, this is nice. It's like it feels custom. It's like a suit. Yeah, it feels custom to you. Sure.
Yeah, that's probably the best AR I've owned.
Sure.
Me too.
Man, hey, big 308. This thing right here, I mean, this is a basic, it's palmetto state lower with a arrow precision upper, magnifier on there, Romeo and Juliet. And that thing packs a punch.
Oh yeah.
But watch your step now. This is candy cobalt blue. Yeah, peep the drip.
He said, watch
Metallics,
now.
metallics in the paint, all that. You know what I'm saying? Candy cobalt blue. Hey, this goes on cars. First to do it on a 300 blackout. Be cold.
Hey. He said, watch your step now.
Watch your steps now. Candy
Is it
paint
dripping?
dripping.
Is it dripping?
It's dripping.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What'd you do to it?
What'd it do to me?
What'd you do to it?
All right, man. Get him next time, Tiger.
Yes, sir.
Bam! Boy, this ain't excited ain't boy. Why you lying? Yeah, no, man. I'm shooting the fat boy. Where's it hit? All right, you gotta shoot low. No, hold on. Yeah, you gotta aim low. Okay. Boy, try to do me dirty. Nah, but the cop, man, this is one of a kind, you know. You said only one in only one in America.
might be the only one in the world.
He said only one in the world.
Remember, watch this.
Oh,
I might be tripping.
let me fall. Maybe I'll give me a free gun.
Yeah, man. Some things be riding out, bro.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to the rain.
Yep. It's about that time. Yeah, man. I'm gonna slide up out of here, man. We appreciate everybody tapping in to us. We rolled out for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. We hit y'all with a little West African history, man. A little Yoruba inside of this whole thing, man, and mixed it up. So hopefully y'all enjoy that and come back to this video and learn something very educational. You got something you want to let the people know about, bro?
Nah, man. Just appreciate y'all for coming through. We'll be back again next time.
Facts. We're going to end it like we began it. You feel me? That's how we're going to do it. We're going to end it like we began it.
I think oftentimes when people hear me and see me, they think that I'm a fool. They think that somehow or another I've lost my mind, that I'm not down with the in crowd. They've said that nobody would love me and that I'm an outcast. But let me say this here now. We can be clear about anything. Please let me be clear about this. And I pray that it's received and understood. I don't want to be one of you. I don't want to be one of you weak men, weak people.
For my brother,
I'd rather
Kendrick
die. Death is welcome rather than to call myself you spineless black men.
Side-high, I ain't your traditional. Rapper smoking medicinal, stayed in detention. Life is all about principles, cynical ass niggas. Sorry that I offended you. I bring something different while niggas sounding identical. I'd rather drown in a swimming pool than to let you imbeciles stop me from topping my pinnacle. Try me blocked by the genitals. Trust me, it's not intentional. It's the difference between a gangster and a criminal. Cause real gangsters can't do Breakfast Club interviews. A lot of you niggas don't own a business suit. A slave for every pair of Michael Jordan tennis shoe. But anywho, got your bitch walk around like she winning pool with no bottoms on, just the top of her swimming suit. What you gon' say when the niggas gon' try to get at you? Them in what army, or you just talking in general? Cause in the end, we all gon' die like them Seminoles, nigga. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up. These niggas weak. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up. These niggas weak.
When I look at the sorry state of black men in America today, the destruction of the family, the loss of integrity. When as a young boy, black shot down every day for years without stopping, when I look at what we are as black people, I'd rather be dead than to continue to live against such.
Y'all ain't trying to start a revolution. Y'all looking for a restitution. Niggas kill each other every day and ain't no evolution. My partner shot 100 niggas and it was never proven. We just labeled him a gangster and kept it moving. Let me give you the same outcome, separate shooting. A white man kill a black, we holler persecution. So instead of looting, it's time to find some better schooling. You can act like y'all don't understand when I'm elocuting. Did I stutter? I was never Reuben. Y'all ain't no Black Panthers. You wasn't there with Newton. You ain't Martin Martin. Try to better humans. Instead of all these rappers, we need some better students. It's time to rebuild the neighborhoods that we helped to ruin. And the NAACP, y'all need some help recruiting. Fuck a resolution. Let's get some retribution. I feel like Malcolm X when he left the movement. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up. These niggas weak. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up. These niggas weak. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, I said it, nigga. All you niggas laying up with these bitches with no condoms and shit. Having mistake babies and shit, leaving these women to motherfucking raise your kids by their motherfucking self. Yeah, my nigga, I said it. You don't like what's going on in the motherfucking America, leave this motherfucker. When they said we were free, my nigga, that mean we were free to go back where the fuck we came from, my nigga. Yeah, it's a whole motherfucking country. Fuck out of here.